One time through is about all you need to realize what you don't like about that movie.
All right, guys. Hey, YouTube.
Oh,
We're back again.
We're back.
It's a double header.
Yeah. And we're talking about good content. Of course, we're doing this on a Monday, which nobody knows what day we do it on, so I'm sure we have nobody watching. That's okay.
No. I saw one person peek in for a second. I don't know who that was, or I just assumed it was one of you guys on your phone.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I'm sure they were like, Sophie's Choice, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whoever that was, come back. We're talking about Loki, episode 1.
Episode 1.
Man, Loki was so fucking good. I may have to just watch episode 1 over again here pretty soon. I know Wednesday we'll get episode 2 will drop. But man,
it's weird. It's a midweek release.
Man, this would be one of those shows, like, if they dropped the whole thing at once, like, dude, I don't think I'd be able to stop. Like, I feel like I'd just have to just watch episode after episode.
Especially knowing it's only 6 episodes. I mean, you could literally kill that in an afternoon.
Yeah. It's going to be about 55 minutes per episode. It'll be 6 episodes.
I am glad. See, that's something I did think about. Like, you had Mando, which was 30 minutes per. If this stays 55 minutes per episode, which I think it is, it's actually more content than a season of Mandalorian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I mean, like, that's not bad. I'll take it.
That's good news, because that's too much Mando as it is.
Don't be stupid.
What?
Don't be fucking dumb.
What happened?
You love Mandalorian. Look at it.
I do.
Look at it. Well, that's Boba Fett, though. But
that is the way.
Yep.
All right.
We ready to get this started?
I'm ready, man.
All right, let's do this.
Fossil.
Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents Loki, an original new series on Disney+. I'm your co-host, Jason Tsunami, along with...
David Disaster.
The human dart.
I was waiting for you, man.
You always go second.
I never go second.
You always go second.
You don't listen to our podcasts.
I'll leave that up to the listeners, Dave.
Josh, the comeback, Josh, was you don't upload our podcasts.
Yeah, you're right. Look,
right.
I'm used to doing all these intros that get the order going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're a little bit late, but we're here. Loki, episode 1 review. I'm excited. This episode exceeded my expectations. I don't want to say I had low expectations, but like I didn't know what to expect. This has definitely exceeded those.
Yeah, I would say this is one of the few shows in which you truly had no idea where they were going with it because of the character involved.
But I feel like they did a good job in the first episode introducing like what the next 5 episodes are going to be about.
Yeah. And
it's only 6 episodes, so I think this is the only episode where you get maybe a slower paced.
Yeah. Because, they spend a good 10, 15 minutes to kind of like set up exactly what the world you are in and like how the rules and everything. Initial thought, show is way funnier than I initially expected it to be. Like, I was laughing a lot, like out loud.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes are great television.
Yep.
The first 15 minutes was more entertaining than the last movie that was on the AFI list.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, they've done a lot with Thor, because I think if you go back and watch the first set of movies, right, like the Iron Man movies are great. Captain America, the first movie, not so good, but Winter Soldier might be the best Marvel movie in the whole thing, and Civil War is really good as well. And you go back and look at Thor, and it's just kind of okay.
He kind of got like the typical action movie treatment, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
I would say even the second one is not very good.
Yeah.
was
And when you
okay.
get to Ragnarok,
Ragnarok.
Yes.
it's a total right turn to like this Thor that does the action, but he's also got like comedy. I mean, you see Loki in the same. I mean, he's in the movie too, obviously. So you see that turn on Loki as well, and I think that's when both of those characters really came to life.
I think Thor Ragnarok is actually probably in my top 5 Marvel movies. Like I think
Ragnarok's
it's up there.
great.
I think it's probably in my top 3.
It's a good one. It's a great one.
Now, Josh, did you have any expectations coming in for Loki or Tom Hiddleston's performance or
any expectations? Yeah. Totally,
he's
man.
going through puberty.
I was interested because we had seen this whole arc of Loki from,
start
being
to
the
finish
guy
kind of.
being the guy in the first Avengers trying to take over the world and super evil, to being a team player and really, getting to the point where he and Thor are getting along and fighting for the same cause. So I was interested to see, okay, well, the Loki that's going to be in this timeline is coming right off the fresh defeat of New York.
Yep.
And so it was going to be interesting to see, okay, now, you're going to have to reset what you think of Loki, because we've all grown with Loki, and he's probably become one of the more endearing characters through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah. And now we're gonna have to go back to this really cold, hateful Loki. So I was interested to see what that was gonna look like.
I thought he is one of the most popular MCU characters. That's not that's not, say, like a mainstay or has his own movie.
I thought it was really intelligent the way they kind of. I don't want to say fast forwarded his character growth, but they kind of.
I was literally just thinking that.
But I do thought it was really smart how they kind of got this Loki, not all the way to the Loki that ended up being,
but in between.
Yeah, they kind of bumped him a little bit by basically having him. Literally showing him what happens to him.
Yeah.
And what his shitty choices did to his mom.
And Jason or Josh, help me out. Owen Wilson's character in this.
His name is Agent Mobius. Mobius.
Gotcha. So
Mobius are not very original with name giving.
What do you think the M stands for his middle name?
Mobius. I'm gonna guess.
I don't know.
But Mobius asks him, like, he's pressing him, like, do you enjoy how you are? He's basically saying, like, look at you. You're a jerk. You like hurting people and killing people. Like killing people. Like, did you enjoy this? Do you like why why are you the way you are? And then he finally, breaks down and he's like, oh, I don't enjoy it. Like, and I just thought, so good. Well, Jason, I think you owe us a synopsis before we get any further into this.
All right. So before I jump into that, I did find this, which is interesting because you don't get a lot of this nowadays with streaming services. But episode 1 of Loki broke all MCU records on Disney Plus with 890,000 households on day 1, compared to Falcon got 759,000 and WandaVision 655,000. The first episode got a 9.1 out of 10 on IMDb. 96% Rotten Tomatoes and a 94% thumbs up from the Google list. Loki is an American television series created for the streaming service Disney Plus, featuring the character of the same name, Loki, set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. It shares continuity with the films of the franchise and takes place after the events of the film Avengers Endgame. Basically, it jumps in right after or right during the Endgame when Loki grabs the Tesseract in Endgame. Loki is captured quickly thereafter and taken into custody by the organization called the TVA, or Time Variance Authority, an organization that exists independent of current time and place and keeps time on time, if you will. We spend the episode being shown through Loki's point of view what the TVA is and the purpose. and Loki is given a choice. A choice much better than Sophie. Either to be erased or help an agent slash detective named Mobius to hunt down a time criminal who's he happens to be a desperate state of catching a particularly bloody criminal that he feels Loki
variant
can
is what
help
they're called,
ascertain.
right?
Yes, but they're actually labeled time criminals.
Gotcha. Okay.
Once they actually break the law. So thoughts? I mean,
Well,
kind of loosely gave them, but
well,
concise.
I the show kind of episode ends on a cliffhanger, so to speak. You know, it's revealed kind of that the particular
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the particular variant they're looking for is him. Right. So
yeah, it's another variant of Loki.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah. Were you all expecting that? I guess to start it off.
We kind of spoke to it earlier, but I had no idea what to expect. Honestly, like the only thing I kind of had an idea what we were going to get into was an opportunity to really throw off the shackles, be in multiple universes, and you could expect anything and everything.
Yeah, I was not expecting it at all. And I was, so it makes me really wonder, like, you know, I guess we'll get into some predictions later, but, you know, it really makes me wonder kind of how that's going to play out. Obviously, you know, you have to wonder if it really is him that they're chasing, or if this is like that they're going to pull a switcheroo or something along those lines.
Well, I think they're, I think they're taking this opportunity because, if you look ahead into some of the upcoming MCU stuff, right, you're going to have Spider-Man venturing into the multiverse.
Yep.
The next Doctor Strange movie is, it's called, let me look it up for you so I don't massacre this, but it very much has to do with the multiverse as well. I just can't remember exactly what it's called here in the moment, so let me go look. But
I read it earlier.
I love Doctor Strange. I love.
Anyway, I'll get to it. I'll look it up later. But I think they're setting the stage. I think they know a lot of people are going to be watching this, and they're setting the stage for the
Phase 4
creation
stuff.
of the multiverse.
Yeah. But any well, that's just
multiverse of madness.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I thought the episode was really good.
Yeah, I'd say the first 10 to 15 minutes is absolutely amazing and hilarious. Kind of like you're like a proverbial like kid in a candy store with the storytelling that it's giving you.
Yeah.
Then you get a little more grounded, and then you get kind of hit with some of the more hard hitting stuff with Loki, and then you get a decent twist at the end. So it was good shit.
Yeah,
good shit.
It's good shit. So what's the first category we got here?
We can go with favorite character. I have a hard time thinking there's that many options.
Yeah. Anybody want to go first?
Look, Owen Wilson's character Mobius is on point, but how can it not be Loki?
He is Loki. Tom Middleton's performance is amazing in this. He talk about a perfect casting. In the role. I just thought I agree with you, Jason. It is amazing. And now I didn't give Loki the nod. I gave it to Mobius, and that's for the simple fact.
Mobius.
That's for the simple fact that I think this is one of the better, or I can't think of off the top of my head one of the better roles that Owen Wilson has played in recent memory? Like personally,
the only choice is Mobius.
Oh my God.
Mobius.
Mobius. It's for Mother Trucker. Mobius. Is that his middle name?
That's right. That's
No,
right.
I'm gonna go with Loki. I'm gonna take the low hanging fruit.
Yeah, I think Mobius is amazing. I loved Owen Wilson's character in this. He
I'm looking forward to him in the Marvel universe, starting to show up in movies and stuff. Because there's no way this is the end of him.
Yeah, I expected him to just Owen Wilson it up a notch, and he's like, yeah, right.
Wow.
Wow.
And I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did a wow.
No, he didn't.
But look, man, Owen Wilson ain't gonna win no awards, at least not anytime soon necessarily. But I mean, the dude can act. He was really good. The kind of interrogation scene, with him and Loki, I thought was very good. When he's going back and he's really pushing him.
All right, Dave. Hold it, Dave. Hold on, Dave. Rein it in. We got a favorite scene coming up. You can just crank it out then.
Go.
What do we got? Least favorite character?
That would be Hunter B-15.
Which one's that?
That's the main woman that's trying to kill Loki.
See, okay, look. Okay, I have it written. I want to say the guard that clubs Loki in the face is the one that I want to say is my least favorite. Yet,
yeah, that's the one.
The problem is that I like her simply because she's not that all impressed with Loki at all and gives zero fucks. So
when he's trying to use the powers and she starts laughing at him.
Yeah, she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Hey, he's trying to use his powers."
Yeah, I had the judge. The judge.
The judge was my.
Yeah.
Yeah, the judge was my
But
overall, but she had such a small role.
Let me just say, let me preface it by saying, it's my least favorite, but I mean, it's not. Everybody did a good job in this.
Yes.
I picked that just because it kind of had to, felt like I had to pick something. But everybody was fantastic here.
Yeah, I would say if there was only one, and it didn't matter how long they were on screen, that I thought was maybe the worst or least interesting, would be the Goldman Sachs executive's son who gets melted in line.
Oh, dude, he's like, "Where's your ticket?"
I asked for a ticket. I told the guy to give me a ticket. He didn't give me a ticket.
You know who I am? And they fucking just, all right, and he just fucking just disintegrate, melts.
Yeah.
And then of course Loki's looking through his pockets oh fuck,
I got my ticket. It's right here.
I'm gonna get fucking murdered.
Well, now we're into favorite scenes. Okay, go for it, Dave.
It's the interrogation scene, in my opinion. I mean, it has to be.
Or is it in the?
What's funny is I didn't even have that. I have 5 scenes on my list, and I didn't have the interrogation.
Okay, what you got? Name one. I got a couple of them here.
I got the 1/16th speed.
Yes.
Scene where he gets hit in the face and you see his lips just fucking flapping in the wind. Yeah.
That was right.
That shit was hilarious. I had the ticket scene.
Yep.
Trying to use his powers.
Yep.
And then I think really what the two more moving scenes that I had here were the Infinity Stone scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
Using those paperweights.
You can see in his face, right there, he realizes that he's way in over his head.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny.
This
is how good this episode was. Dave has one episode that he named. You listed 5, and only one of mine is on your list.
The last one I had was him seeing his whole timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have Loki having to sign a stack of papers for everything he's ever said.
And then he says,
"Oh yeah."
One other
He
word.
says,
And then he says, "What?"
And the fact that they're using that shitty fucking printing paper,
The duplex.
that's attached to itself. Yes. Oh, and then where he gets the collar on Homegirl, the agent, and he just keeps rewinding.
Oh,
rewind,
and starts
rewind.
Stop now.
That's true.
Solid.
I mean,
so many good scenes.
Was there a wasted scene? No, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think I just go back to.
I was gonna say I think the closing scene when they're in France. I believe that's France at the end there, because aren't they speaking French to that kid?
No, the closing scene's in Oklahoma.
Oh well, I meant like they're. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of that. But
I would say that the French scene is the one where they're in 1500 and whatever it was.
That's
your most serious scene, and that's when you're first introduced to Mobius.
Yeah, and
it was very well acted.
Yeah,
everybody's part.
And you learn like, oh, they know every language. Like he can speak every language, so you know that's probably going to come up. You know, Owen Wilson's going to be busting out some other languages as well. And then that the kid points to like the devil that's on the glass. Why am I blanking on what that is?
The stained glass.
The stained glass. And I don't know why. In hindsight, I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's clearly Loki.
Yeah,
but
I just thought it was the devil.
But in the moment, I'm like,
it is, but it's like the helmet.
Yes,
but the ending scene whenever presumably Loki dispatches all of those dudes, I thought that was pretty cool too. What else?
As far as
like I said, I think I think for me the best scene was really the Infinity Stone, where he just really realized like, oh shit, like this is a different kind of power. There's something different going on here, because like even the Tesseract is shit. Like when you see him portal into that world and they pick it up, it immediately goes dim.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's in my issues. If we want to go segue into issues.
Let's segue into that. I don't have a least favorite scene or anything.
Yeah, I don't have any bad scenes. But this isn't a huge issue. But I guess since we're talking about it, this really does devalue the power of the Infinity Stone.
I mean, sure, to a degree, but
they're absolutely unimportant in this this alternate world.
I think you can look at it a different way.
I mean, my only argument is this is just a different existence. Almost.
So instead of looking at it as devaluing the Infinity Stone, you can look at it as it is valuing this space, right?
Power.
Like it instead of devaluing the Infinity Stone, it's empowering where they are, right? Because that's how high level they are at.
If you get into the meta value of it, the stones didn't mean anything to the Timekeepers.
Correct.
They allowed them to exist, and they allowed the Avengers to do everything they did, including go back and forth in time.
Yeah, they were supposed to do that.
Yeah, and they allowed Thanos to do whatever he was going to do. It's just that when Loki picked up the Tesseract, he wasn't supposed to do that.
Yes, correct. That was an accident.
So I want to say the reason I use the word devalue is because, in essence, compared to the TVA, they literally are nothing more than just paperweight.
Yeah, they're just tools to continue the path towards wherever it's supposed to go, right? So, now,
I didn't have any issues.
No, I got no issues.
The only other issue that I had, which I don't know how well it was, maybe I missed it. Maybe it'll be explained. But as a variant, is he replaced in his timeline? And with what? Like a version of himself that's copied or cloned or what? Because the way that it plays out, and if I have it in my mind right, the variant is just a break off, and then there's the other version of himself that continues on. But what is the variant? Is that just like the copy that diverged from one timeline and became into existence into this other timeline?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a tree, right? Like
make like a tree?
Well, so like this version of him picked up the Tesseract and bleeded out of there, right? But there was still a normal version of him that didn't escape and, you know, lived the normal life. Hit my microphone. Lived the normal life that it was supposed to, you know, to the end that he was supposed to have.
When he got his neck broke by Thanos.
Thanos, yeah, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I perceive it. Like, this is just as soon as he teleported, he changed. Well, he created
His
a branch.
timeline.
He created a branch in the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Are we on to...
Go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say it kind of, like I said, it kind of says that, but I wasn't too sure on how concrete that was.
Yeah, no,
Because
I think that's it.
they keep saying that they're just going to reset him, but that's just a word that they mean for melt his ass like they did the kid that was in line.
Yeah, basically. I mean, because he shouldn't exist.
Yes.
So they're
I
gonna.
think they were going to hit him with the neuralizer and send him back to his timeline.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Are we on to predictions?
Yeah, I got a couple of predictions. We can go through it, and you guys, whatever you got, you can bring it to the table.
Well, let me bring up
this
something
one's-
first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm almost certain that even though they've said that they're chasing Loki, I'm just gonna say that it's gonna turn out to not be Loki. I feel like that's an easy prediction, and that's like a quote unquote like I guess that's a safe one, but like they're purposefully not showing this thing's face. I've watched the trailer a couple of times. They don't show the face. From what I can tell, they never show this other Loki's face. Like, so why is it such a secret? Like, if it's Loki, if they've already said in the first episode, like, oh, we're hunting you.
So it's classic misdirection, is what you're saying.
I think it's very obvious this is not going to be Loki, unless this is just like reverse psychology, like, oh, whatever. But I think there's almost no way.
Maybe they don't want you to see his face because, it's scarred or it looks different or he's mutated or.
Yeah.
And look, that's possible.
This is just Loki from another universe.
I mean, look, if that's what happens, I'm not saying I'll be disappointed, but.
Okay, well, one of my predictions is going to be about that issue, but let me give you the softball first. Will any of the major characters in the MCU universe make cameos in Loki?
Yes.
And I have 3 easy layup candidates. You guys tell me what you think. Doctor Strange.
Yes. Guaranteed.
I can see that.
I say guaranteed.
Okay.
The reason is just because he kind of deals with this type of shit.
This movie is going to be the multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
I feel as though when you have a character in the universe, the MCU universe, who was in possession of the Time Stone, it just seems like he would at least make a blip into this show.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
All right, next one, Thor.
No,
I say no.
Wow, his own brother's not going to make a blip cameo.
he doesn't know where he's at.
I'm just saying. I mean, you could be jumping through these different universes.
I'm gonna say no, but
Fat Thor's getting in shape.
I'm gonna say no,
Okay.
but I'm gonna offer a substitute, a relevant substitute for that.
Okay, it's going to be his mother.
His father.
Oh, you think he's going to make a cameo in here?
Yes.
And there's no fucking way.
I don't think so.
Anthony
But
Hopkins.
Yeah.
I mean,
He ain't making a cameo in a TV show.
He could be making that one last paycheck. He's getting up there.
It could
All
be
right.
his mother. It definitely could be the mother. I'm not gonna,
Okay, well, if we're going to spitball, if it's not Thor and we have our substitutes, I would say it's going to be the mom.
I think that's very possible too, because obviously he had a very close connection with her.
Yeah, I would take that if we had to choose any of the family.
Well, okay, let's go with mother.
Okay, so last one here on the list, Agent of Shield Coulson, the guy who Loki kills with the scepter.
He's dead, bro.
I mean, he's not dead.
He's actually not dead.
The actual show.
Yeah, they had a whole show based on that. He's not dead.
He's a robot.
I've heard that show is great, by the way. I've never watched it.
That is wait.
The show is good.
That is another great scene.
Oh, he's like,
he goes
am
to
I a
the metal
robot?
detector, and he's like, wait, do people often know that they're not robots?
Oh yeah, dude.
So what's going to happen? He goes, when you walk through, you're going to get melted from the inside out.
And he's like super worried for like 5 seconds. He's like, fuck.
But I know I'm not a robot. I'm going to be okay.
No, I'm going to offer up one. I think it's obvious. Again, I think it's low-hanging fruit. I say Black Widow.
Okay.
An appearance from Black Widow.
All right.
Why would you say Black Widow?
I only say that because she died in a somewhat mysterious fashion. Because she was sucked up by an infinity stone, kind of like the soul stone or whatever. I just don't know. There's some weird ass fucking quantum realm, like weird shit, multiverse stuff. And
that's the other thing is the
Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man and the Wasp. Their next movie is going to be Quantum Mania, so it's going to take place all on the quantum, or not all there, but it's going to be a lot to do with that. So.
Okay.
Could add somebody who could show up in here.
But I'm just gonna throw out a guess for Black Widow.
Well, here
I'll throw out one.
Go for it.
So, in doing some research on Agent Mobius, most of the time that he's interacting with some folks from the Marvel Universe, it's typically the Fantastic Four.
Uh-oh.
And there is a new Marvel-based Fantastic Four movie in the works.
And maybe they'll get it right.
This could be the introduction to the new Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So, are you?
That's what I'm going to go with.
How do you think they introduce that?
He says, "Wow, Loki, look, here's some people who can help us out. The Fantastic Four. Wow."
Oh God, that would be awful.
Look, Dave, I nobody told me I had to think about how this was going to make sense.
Oh, okay, sure. That's fine. No big deal.
Predictions. Okay, so this is...
Look, maybe it's not the whole Fantastic Four. Maybe it's Reed Richards, right? Maybe it's Mr. Fantastic rolls up or something.
Or Doctor Doom.
I was going to say Doctor Doom. That would be cool.
All right, so this is the main storyline prediction. And Dave already kind of pooped it by thinking that this is not going to happen. But we're going to reel it back in and go down the path that they are trying to make us go down, and that is what variant of Loki is the killer on the loose. So I have a few options here. This is based on rumors and fan rumors.
Okay.
So we have A. This is Loki that was raised by his real father, Loki, I think is not the one that was actually kind of assigned to the god of gods, raised.
No, the frost giant.
Yeah, so this would be blue Loki, which is why you might not see his face.
Okay, I can get down with that. I'd say, practically speaking, that makes the most sense. Yeah, I mean that makes I guess, like I said, just like from a practicality standpoint, that makes the most sense on why you would not show him. Yeah, why you'd hide his face and stuff. So I like it. I don't hate that at all.
The only doubt that I have in this take is, do we think he would become like the god of mischief if his supposed father isn't the god of gods? Like, do you think he would go down this path to take on, say, the Timekeepers if he wasn't the Loki that we knew? Because I don't think he would become this Loki if he wasn't raised where he was. That's my only problem with this little prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, this could just be the Loki that succeeds, right? Like,
yeah.
he succeeds in everything. Like, he succeeds in the Battle of New York, and he gets his revenge.
So his next stop was beyond Asgard.
Yeah.
Okay. The next little that I have here, this could be a version of Loki that he himself acquired the Infinity Stone and the Gauntlet, is now creating chaos across the I guess you want the multiverse.
I don't know. The fight scene that they show at the end doesn't lead me to believe.
I don't feel like he'd be wasting time trying to put a bunch of oil on the ground and light people on fire if he had the stones.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good one. A good point. I didn't think of that. All right, so we have another one here. This one is, I think this one is. I don't know if I like this one or not. But a Loki that slipped through the multiverse war and is on some type of mission to destroy the TVA before TVA was created, which would be the reason why he's stealing the time bomb, the reset bombs.
I don't know. That's a little. That'd be a little bit much. I feel like over the. The only reason I say that is because you only have 6 episodes to tell the story, right? Like, or to mostly tell the story.
From what I understand, we are already putting together season 2.
Gotcha.
So we're going to at least have 2 seasons. And from what I've read, this is a more robust kind of do anything you want to show. So this might be multiple seasons.
I'm fine with that. But I don't know that you whip out something that kind of. I'm not saying that that's overly complicated, but I feel like that'd be a little bit heavy-handed for a season 1 of a show. I think, my opinion.
Josh?
Yeah, I don't know. My prediction is that it's a younger Loki.
Okay.
So maybe this is a young Loki somewhere along the timeline that's zooming in and out. That's little jaded maybe.
Okay. Well, this is the last one I have. My prediction. I believe this could be a version of this current Loki. The once was shown the true power of the TVA and is now on the loose for absolute power. Since Mobius chided him for thinking so small for taking Asgard and Earth in the 9 realms. And this could just be
I can see that.
This Loki's branch off.
Like this Loki's variant.
Yes. A variant of the Loki that we are witnessing right now.
That's
which theoretically could only exist because he's now moved his timeline along and he's allowed to stay in this timeline by Owen Wilson.
Yes.
Correct.
Like Owen Wilson has created this variant unbeknownst to him.
So that means somewhere along the way here, Owen Wilson would have to try to screw him
and
in
cause
some
a
shape, way, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate that, actually.
No.
Out of all the theories that you've put out there, Fossil, that's probably the one that I like the most.
All right.
Well, I got one more prediction.
Go for it.
I think that Black Noir is a clone of Homelander. I just wanted to throw that out there.
And he's going to make an appearance in the MCU universe?
I mean, I might as well just say that the wolf is
actually a Nazi?
Is actually a Nazi. Yeah.
That's so stupid, Dave. That is so dumb. That's like Hitler being alive. Oh, God.
Anyway, those are deep cuts for those of you that made it this far. But I got nothing else.
No, but dude, I cannot wait till next week.
I can't.
Yeah, actually, I'm excited for the next episode.
Like the day after tomorrow.
I can't wait for 2 days. All right, guys. I think we successfully completed another podcast.
Double banger.
Yeah,
we did it. What are we doing? We're just doing episode 2 of Loki next week.
Yes, this week.
Yes, and then I think the week after that we're going to do another double. We'll do Loki episode 3 and the Shitty Awards.
I think so.
It depends. We'll have to try and make it work out.
No promises.
I like it.
Later.
Yeah, no promise. Later.
Live long and prosper.